16's Gabby Gonzalez is live on the scene now where police are still investigating. So Gabby, what do we know so far?
There are actually two scenes that they're looking at on this street. The first one is this greenhouse behind me where you see the Metro homicide truck. That's where police found one man dead with a apparent gunshot wound. Then right across the street, another victim also suffering from gunshot wounds. What they think happened here is that that man was actually at this greenhouse and ran across the street to get help when someone then called 911. Now, we also just saw a canine unit arrive on the scene. They were looking at a white van that's parked right in front of this house. No word yet if that is somehow related to this, if the driver of that car was involved in this incident. And of course, police have been out here all morning. The original call coming in at around 5:40 a.m. Police Chief Ron Teachman was actually on the scene here till about an hour ago. And while they haven't released the names or ages of the victims in this shooting, we did speak to the friend of the man that was fatally shot here, and she tells me that he was a quiet man that kept to himself.
All that we know at this point right now is that someone came to the house, there was an altercation at the back door, and shots were fired.
I got a phone call from my little brother saying that my friend had been killed. I called his phone to make sure if it was really him, and it was him. And I made it over here around like 8, 9 something, and I seen that the block was blocked off, and I was devastated. Like, I didn't know what to do, I didn't know what to say.
And I also spoke to another neighbor that lives just up the street here. He tells me that he realized this all happened when he was bringing his daughter out to the bus stop this morning, because there's actually a school bus stop just up the road here. He told me that he'd actually heard gunshots being fired throughout this weekend. No one had been injured yet, but he's very fed up with all this violence. You're going to hear from him coming up on NewsCenter 16 in our 90 minutes of news. Trisha.
All right, a frustrated community for sure. Thanks so much. Gabby Gonzalez reporting live.
NewsCenter 16's Gabby Gonzalez joins us live in the studio with the very latest. Gabby?
Well, the autopsy just wrapped up for the man found dead inside a home in the 600 block of Brookfield. His death has been ruled a homicide. The cause, multiple gunshot wounds to the torso. No name has been released yet. The other victim is expected to survive, and investigators hope he can provide more details on what happened inside that house early this morning. Tears shed on this block as the sun rises Monday morning.
I seen that the block was blocked off, and I was devastated. Like, I didn't know what to do, I didn't know what to say.
Police lights revealing what happened.
Someone came to the house, there was an altercation at the back door, and shots were fired.
One of the victims died at this house.
That was really one of my best friends, like one of my friends I actually talked to. I got a phone call from my little brother saying that my friend had been killed. I called his phone to make sure if it was really him, and it was him.
Another man, 32-year-old Tyrese Walker, was also shot and made his way across the street. Investigators say he was trying to get help.
Our victim at the hospital is alive and is expected to survive, so hopefully we'll be talking to him.
It's just too much.
As the investigators inspect the scene and take photos, the residents here feel the heartache, the frustration.
They're nuts, and there's nothing you can say to them. And I don't think there's anything to be done about this unless it just runs its course. Because what can you do?
A month ago, a man was shot around the corner from this scene. And last Saturday, 2 shootings on Western Avenue. All of them too close for comfort for Ray Davis, who lives nearby with his wife and young daughter.
Because I don't want my daughter, you know how many kids have been shot by these idiots running around shooting crazy? Yeah, it's unnerving.
And Davis tells me that there's a school bus stop right at the corner where the shooting happened and also right up the street. So it's very worrisome to think that his daughter could have been close to all of this. So where does the investigation stand right now? Well, Lieutenant Dave Wells says they've been able to identify some people that may be linked to this, but still no arrests. In the studio tonight, I'm Gabby Gonzalez, NewsCenter 16.
From Brookfield Street where the shooting happened. And Gabby, shots were fired around 5:15 in the morning there. So what was this woman's reaction when she realized a man was injured right outside her door?
Well, Mo, she heard banging on the windows and on her door. She actually thought someone was trying to break into her house. I spoke to her brothers today, and they tell me she's actually a high school student here in South Bend who was just getting ready for a day of school, not expecting to find Tyrese Walker suffering from a gunshot wound collapsed here on her porch. Walker told police a fight broke out inside this house, and Anthony Jefferson then shot at him, even pulling him into the house as he tried to escape. He then ran across the street, banging on various windows. When police arrived, he told them his friend Jason Reed may have been shot too. Police soon found Reed on a mattress with multiple gunshot wounds, dead.
What I wanted to do is put the public's mind at ease that this wasn't some kind of random home invasion. This was an incident that occurred within that house itself, and all parties had been together in that house for an extended period of time.
Well, Anthony Jefferson is now charged with murdering Jason Reed. This is the home where police found the body. Jefferson also charged with the attempted murder of Tyrese Walker. Investigators tell us they believe Jefferson may be driving a white 2001 Mitsubishi Eclipse. That's a two-door car. And they remind everyone, if you do think that you see him, do not approach him. He is considered dangerous. Mo?
Right, Gabby, so we know these three men knew each other. Do investigators know why Jefferson reportedly started shooting in the house?
Well, we know at this one that they'd spent several hours here together, but no word yet on why this fight escalated, why gunfire broke out here. Investigators are still working to find all that out right now.
All right, Gabby Gonzalez live from South Bend. Thank you.